Big 550 KTRS for 33 years. David Letterman has been a late-night talk show host, first with NBC and then with CBS for all these many years. And he announced this yesterday during the taping of his show.
Earlier today, the man who owns this network, Leslie Moonves, he and I have had a relationship for years and years and years. And we've had this conversation in the past, and we agreed that we would work together on this circumstance and the timing of this circumstance. And I phoned him just before the program, and I said, Leslie, it's been great. You've been great. The network has been great, but I'm retiring.
This is really?
Yep.
This is true. This is, you actually did this?
Yes, I did.
Wow. Well, do I have a minute to call my accountant? Because
So it's, I just want to reiterate my thanks and for the support from the network, all of the people who have worked here, all of the people in the theater, all the people on the staff, everybody at home. Thank you very much. And what this means now is that Paul and I can be married. So we don't have the timing of this precisely down. It will be, I think, at least a year or so, but sometime in the not too distant future, 2015, for the love of God. Yeah. In fact, Paul and I will be wrapping things up and taking a hike. Thank you. Thanks to everybody.
Thanks for the gas. Thanks for the gas. Thanks to David.
All right.
That was from last night. Unexpected. He's done this numerous times where he goes on his show. He mentioned on his show that he was cheating on his wife. He went to the show and did all sorts of things, right? So, I mean, it wasn't leaked out. It wasn't some scandal. It wasn't who's in, who's out. They kicking him to the curb.
It even seems like Paul Schaefer was surprised.
It really did kind of seem that Paul Schaefer was surprised. The tweets came in after the announcement. Now it's taped in the afternoon to then be replayed at night. And tweets have been coming in. Jimmy Kimmel tweeted that Letterman, quote, is the best there ever is and ever was. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Kimmel, who also does a late-night talk show host opposite of David Letterman. And also Arsenio Hall said that his time slot will be filled, but it can never fill the void he will leave behind. So
nice.
All the other talk show hosts saying great things about David Letterman.
All right. And, I watched him before Leno, and I used to watch him in college, and I love David Letterman, really do. And now I'm sure the big question is, who's going to replace him?
I watched David Letterman on a television set. It was a television set. It was, oh boy, how do I even describe this? It was the size of a, you know what? 24 cans of Coke come in, that size.
So not a 12-pack.
Not a 12, a 24
like a case?
Like a case, right.
Okay.
It was a TV, it was the size of a case. It was the screen was the size of your phone. Okay? And it was portable, and it was a radio and television combined. Okay? And it was portable. So one sister would steal it from the other sister when I would steal it, and whoever had it, would sort of keep it. And I remember watching David Letterman on a black and white screen like that in the middle of the night after Johnny Carson.
Yes. So he goes way back.
Well, 33 years.
Yeah.
I was negative 11 when that happened. No. But so now the question is, who takes over for David Letterman?
Right. Who is going to take over?
Can I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
Jon Stewart.
Ooh, boy. I don't know.
Jon Stewart it's an out-of-the-box thought. He's not your typical variety, entertainment, talk show host. The young kids love him. He's revered. He would bring biting humor. It would be much more political than anything else. But there's a group of people who really think Jon Stewart is all that and a bag of chips.
Well, that is so from the 90s.
Kind of a hipster.
Yeah. Well, that's a great suggestion because, well, the thing is, would he want to leave Comedy Central and what he has now? I think he could most definitely handle it.
Right.
But it's just a matter of would he want to do it?
What about Colbert? I don't think Craig Ferguson's gonna assume the role. I don't think so. Maybe.
I almost think Colbert would be.
Colbert would be
better.
Really. I mean, both of them are geniuses. But maybe it's Jimmy Kimmel switches over. And CBS is sort of kind of in an interesting position here because they know the landscape. They know what Fallon's doing.
Seth Meyers.
They know what Seth Meyers is doing. Maybe they want to steal Seth Meyers. I mean, there's really, they could sort of do anything they wanted. It's a really interesting.
Well, it's interesting. I'm looking at New York Daily News and their possible replacements. Jon Stewart.
Aha.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock would be good.
Conan O'Brien.
Conan would be really interesting.
Yeah. And he'd get his due back.
Yeah.
Larry David.
Larry David couldn't do it.
Louis C.K.?
Larry David would lose his mind.
Yeah, he probably would. You're right.
Louis C.K. I like Conan. I like Jon Stewart.
Chelsea Handler?
No, I do not like Chelsea Handler at all.
Why?
I don't get her. I don't understand her. I think she's mean for no reason. I don't like Chelsea Handler.
What about Tina Fey and Amy Poehler?
Tina Fey, I could see.
I like Amy Poehler too. Together,
either one of them.
Together, they're like
two would be too weird.
They're like Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. Jerry Seinfeld, and the number one person, Jay Leno.
No, but I suspect in the next year, Jay Leno is going to appear on David Letterman's show.
Yeah.
I bet you they're working on it. Right,
Oh.
Two titans coming together, sort of walk off together.
Oh.
Maybe Leno's on his last show or something.
Ooh.
Right?
That would be good. They
all
can do like a
sorts-
wrestling match. No.
Well, there you go. Andy Kaufman comes back. Andy Kaufman will be on his last show.
Because he is still alive.
6:29 here, Big 550 KTRS.
Hi, this is Jeff